Hey, good evening. Welcome to May. It is the first week of May, so this being the first Monday of May, we've got another session in line here for you. I am Jay Hawk with Soaring Hawk Essential Oils, and as you know, what I usually do, my little pre-class ritual. I love doing this because it makes me feel good, and that's a good enough reason to do something, don't you think? Valor, wonderful blend. It is courage in a bottle. Liquid courage, if you will. And lovely blue. Love that. Almost a purple. And of some of the oils that are mixed in that blend. Love putting that right on the brainstem. Because, yeah, even though I was in radio for, 34 years or so, I'm still not comfortable with public speaking. Never have been. Next one I use is white Angelica. Take a little drop of that, put that on the forehead and the temples, get that around there, and even on the crown of the head. If you're into the chakra thing, I guess that's where the crown is. I don't know. I've studied it. I don't really follow it, but I do study it. I'm up for any kind of meditation. Now, I've put the oils on my fingers. I like to rub them together and just breathe in deep with that, because there's nothing quite like the mixture of Valor and white Angelica, and it gets me going. Okay, well, tonight we are having a session, and it is called Say What? It's a compliance session. What we're talking about are things that young living people say instead of saying what we can't say, all right? If that makes any sense at all. So, have to start off with this disclaimer. This information is not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information represents what I, an independent distributor of Young Living Essential Oils, have chosen to do to take charge of my own personal health and that of my family and also my cat. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medications, or have a medical condition, consult your physician before using these products. Now, as I said, I am Jay Hawk. My wife Lori and we live in Banks, Oregon, and it's a small town about a half hour to the west of Portland, only an hour's drive away from the Pacific Ocean. Really, not a bad little town. We live on the outskirts of it, so that makes it even better because we don't have to go into town all that often. We have been using Young Living oils for 5 years now. In fact, just last Saturday, marked our with becoming Young Living members. And Lori's cousin started us on oils after I had an extreme season of unwellness. I just could not get well. I could not stay well. I was in the hospital. There were several times the doctor said, pick out a body bag, because you're going to need one. They were very surprised that I left under my own power many times instead of thinking if I should pick out an urn and Lori should pick out a black dress. So we're very thankful for the oils. We're very thankful for them. So, Say What? That's the name of the title here. Say What? As we opened up this session, we read the disclaimer. Yeah, we cannot diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. That's part of what we're talking about tonight. Compliance. We can't say things like that. If you look up the word compliance in the dictionary, you see the action or fact of complying with a wish or command. That's the definition of compliance. Now, when it comes to essential oils, who is making that wish or demand that we be compliant? Is it Young Living? Well, yes. Actually, yes, they are asking us to be compliant, but it's also the government. The Food and Drug Administration, to be exact. Young Living is asking all its members to comply with the wishes and commands of the FDA. It's that simple. That's it in a nutshell. Thanks. Good night. Have a good week. No. Okay. It's a little more than that. Now, since oils are natural, why is the FDA involved? Because if there were no regulations on natural products, everyone and their Aunt Sally could make wild and unsubstantiated claims on products like their homemade bath bombs or their homemade bath salts. This bottle of all natural stuff will heal you of Alzheimer's. This hemp muscle balm I made fixed my sprained ankle. And of course, the big one, you hear a lot of people say this product cured my cancer. I'm not poking fun at people that fall for that kind of stuff. And I'm not singling out anyone for saying that kind of stuff. But you've heard it. You've heard people say things like that. Yeah, that's what gives a lot of honest people a hard time communicating with others, because there's that snake oil thing going on. Young Living's not like that. Now, those claims can be misleading, even dangerous. Not all natural, not all natural products are all natural. It's one of the many oxymorons that seems to happen in government. The regulation when it comes to essential oils, in order for an essential oil to be labeled 100% pure, a bottle must contain no less than 5% of true essential oil. You got that? 100. Okay, let's use this as an example. 100% of a bottle, the government says only 5% has to be true, real, 100% pure essential oil. That's according to the government standards. And these are the people telling us what we can and can't say. I know. It's difficult. Now, the rest of that from unscrupulous companies can be made up of whatever the manufacturer wants to add. All kinds of things to thin it out. They can thin out that 5% by adding synthetic fragrances, fillers, chemicals, solvents, alcohol, inferior plant-based oil, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of it not good for you. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. In fact, we've got a class on that. The point is, we can't make health and wellness claims on products that have not been approved by the FDA. True, there are several products in the Young Living lineup that have been tested and certified as an over-the-counter drug. So certain wellness claims can be made on those products. For example, Thieves cough drops. Thieves cough drops have been tested, and we can say that they help relieve coughs and help suppress sore throats. It helps soothe sore throats. Cool Azul pain relief cream. That's one of my favorites, especially at this age. We can say it helps with the ease in pain of arthritis. It can help ease the pain of arthritis. Young Living's Mineral Sunscreen. We can make the statement that this product helps block UVA and UVB rays. We can say that because they have been tested by the government, and we can make those health and wellness claims on those products. There are several other OTC, over-the-counter, products that you can find at Young Living, www.youngliving.com if you don't know. Thieves Waterless Hand Sanitizer, that's a big one right now. Also, Maximum Strength Acne Treatment, Seedlings Diaper Rash Cream, and Lavaderm After Sun Spray. Those are just some examples of over-the-counter products that Young Living can make wellness claims on. But can we say frankincense essential oil healed someone of cancer? No. Can we say lavender essential oil made the pain of a burn go away? No. We have to word things compliantly and in a proper way. That's why you hear Young Living people kind of have this jargon of their own, where we'll say things like, lavender essential oil helps support healthy skin. That we can say. Or Ningxia Red supplement beverage supports every system of the body. That we can say. It comes down to conscious language. We have to choose our words carefully to avoid making any claims the FDA may consider inappropriate. It's a fine line, and it's a tightrope sometimes, but you get used to it over time. Now, in 2015, there was a major change in what people could or couldn't say about essential oils and other natural products. And the government was cracking down on unsubstantiated and unapproved claims. This was a big deal to a lot of Young Living members who had been with the company for a long time, who were previously allowed to make claims, or at least ways they did, and it wasn't regulated. A few people Not a lot, but a few people found it too difficult to follow the new guidelines or didn't like being told what they could and couldn't say. Yeah, there are people like that in every job and in every household and in every town and in every government. There are people like that. But these people kind of went rogue, and many paid the price, as in they are no longer representatives of Young Living. This statement from Young Living's policies and procedures says it really well. There aren't a lot of companies, oil companies, that have policies and procedures. Most of them are just, hey, sell this. No, we've got guidelines we have to go by with Young Living. Here's what it says, quote, "You are prohibited from making inaccurate and impermissible claims about any Young Living's products. In particular, you must not make any claim that Young Living's products are intended for use in the diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment, or prevention of disease. You must also avoid making any statements and claims that are false or misleading concerning Young Living's products or compensation plans. You must comply with all laws, both state and federal, regarding any statements made. You also must not diagnose any disease or disease condition or prescribe any Young Living product unless you are a licensed medical professional authorized to do so." I'm not. "Anyone improperly diagnosing or prescribing Young Living's products may jeopardize the future of Young Living and all of its members and may therefore have his or her sales organization terminated." That happened to several people who couldn't follow the rules. Most everyone could, and most everyone has. But it did happen where some people were kind of said, nope, give me the keys to the car, you're walking. So there's an information sheet that I keep in my office called Say This, Not That. It's loaded with examples of what to say and what not to say. And that's to remain in compliance with the FDA regulations. Now, here are some comparisons of conscious language. This is the list. This is what I keep. Say this, not that. Okay, can we say, I diffuse joy to treat my depression? Okay, yes or no? No, we can't say that because it says treat. We can't say that. What do we say instead? I diffuse joy for a warm and comforting aroma. It's almost, it's close. It's not exact, but it's close. So that's why it seems like we're talking another language. Okay, here's another one. My teenage daughter uses tea tree oil topically to eliminate cystic acne. Can we say that? That's on the not that list. So what we say is my teenage daughter uses tea tree oil topically to reduce the appearance of blemishes and for a healthy skin, to help support healthy skin. Now, the acne treatment that we have, that's OTC, so we can say stuff like that. But tea tree oil, can't say it. Okay, here's another one. I'm going to use one more here. I use purification aromatically for its antibacterial and antifungal properties. Be wondering about during these days that we're having, during this season of quarantine and pandemic. I use purification aromatically for its antibacterial and antifungal properties. That's on the do not say list. So what we have to say is I add purification to distilled water in a small spray bottle to freshen the air. See, we have to play by these rules. We have to, because if you don't, you get in a lot of trouble. So that's why it sounds like we're speaking another language and maybe not answering your question directly. I get people asking me, friends are asking me all the time, hey, can your oil do this? Hey, can your oil treat this? And I can't give them a straight yes or no. I can't do that. I have to reword the question in my head and then answer, you can use this to support this. You know, I can't say, yep, this is going to cure. Cures what ails you. Can't say that. So there are also some hot words that we really shouldn't use. And most people, again, most, not all, I wish it was all, but most people do use these when we describe what our products can do. This pretty much includes any disease, malady, or medical condition that we cannot talk about. We cannot say aloud, hey, we want to treat this. We can't say that. We can't. You can't say cancer, ADD, ADHD, diabetes, measles, things like any kind of disease or malady like that. And that also includes statements that a product is an anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antibiotic, antidepressant, antiseptic, antibacterial, antiviral, whoever. You know. As mentioned previously about Young Living's over-the-counter products, some claims can be made on those products. But for the most part, we steer clear of making statements that say our oils treat, cure, or prevent any disease, and we are not to make diagnoses. And that's something that, yeah, some people struggle with. I struggle with it too. I want to fire hose people and tell them, this is the best stuff ever. You're going to love it for blank, 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 all this stuff. I can't do that. I have to do it the right way. I have to play by the rules, and I have to do things compliantly. This can be difficult when our friends come and ask, what oil should I use to remove warts? Or what oil is going to heal my surgical scar? And believe me, that's something I know a lot about. And I do use something to support healthy skin. But I don't use something to remove my surgical scar. I use something to support healthy skin. Why can't I just blurt out lavender oil? We're not allowed to do that. We have to use our words carefully. What I usually say in response is, that's a good question. I know lavender and frankincense are both excellent oils that really help support healthy skin and have had very good results with that personally. That I can say. The question asked may not be compliant at all, but your answer must be answered compliantly. Now, those are the rules. We play by the rules. I wish everyone would. We've heard people say, such and such can, this oil company can, they say their secret oil blend can cure my son of ADHD. Can your company say that? No. Our company won't say that. We can say a certain oil or blend can help maintain focus and clarity, but we can't say it will cure ADHD. Again, we are playing by the rules. Now, if the rules change again from the FDA, like they did in 2015, we'll adjust and we'll still remain compliant. That's called ethics. I wish they still taught ethics in school. They don't anymore. But ethics, you must be ethical in what you say. Now, disregarding the compliance regulations can result in huge government fines, as well as damaging the reputation of a company or individual that strives to provide the highest quality, all-natural, 100% pure essential oils in the world. That would be Young Living, in case you were wondering. Do all essential oil companies play by the rules? No, they don't. I'm going to tell you right up front, they don't. Several make exaggerated health claims on their websites, in social media ads, or by their members. I've seen several things posted by people who work with different essential oil companies, and they're making claims all over the place. And when I ask them about it, they say, well, the company says it's okay to do. No, it's not. The FDA says, no, you can't make those claims. And Young Living plays by the rules. We take what the FDA says and we play by those rules. Young Living encourages their members to follow the guidelines. Say this, not that. And has consequences for those who don't pay attention to the rules. That goes for everyone, including the top enrollers and business builders, who could risk losing huge financial incomes if they go rogue and make consistent claims not approved by Young Living or the FDA. Now, for more information on Young Living's income possibilities, you can go to the Soaring Hawk Essential Oils information station page, this one, and look under photos for the YL income disclosure statement. Now that's something I am going to post after this class. I will post it. This is the income disclosure statement. This is something that anytime I talk about money or income, I have to post that or show you at least where you can get it and access it. So I'm going to post that. And I've been talking a little bit, not a lot, but I've been talking a little bit about income. And people can get an income from this. And it can be a good income if you really work at it, if you really want to. You can make something out of this. But because I'm remaining compliant, I will post that. That's playing by the rules. We are required to post or direct people to that income disclosure statement. So that's what I am going to do because I play by the rules. So to wrap this up, one of the reasons we chose Young Living in the first place was the ethics involved in the company. We did our research. No outlandish claims on their products to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. No feeding off the fear of disease, viruses, plagues, or pandemics. That's something that Young Living told its members not too long ago, saying, don't do it. Just don't say, hey, you worried about COVID-19? Don't do that. And Young Living has said, no. And they will, chastise. They will talk to whoever posts something like that and say, please take it down. If they repeatedly do it, it's going to be, we're going to shut your page down. Anything after that, bye. And you could lose that income. So that accountability is really important. And that's why we love Young Living. We don't say things just to make a sale. I'm not going to say that White Angelica does a certain thing just so I can line my wallet. No, that's not why we're at Young Living. First off, we're not salespeople. Lori and I are not salespeople. We're people who happen to use essential oils and products in our everyday lives and share with others if they want to know. I'm not going to force it on anybody. Okay, maybe my kids, because we got them starter kits, but that's different. They're family. Now, and we used to be able to tell them what to do and what was right and wrong. They had to find some things out for themselves. But nonetheless, we don't want to force oils on anybody who doesn't want oils. But we're here for people who want to try, who may be looking for that option that they haven't found yet. That's what we're trying to do. And we're here for people who want to listen, for people who want to learn. That's why we're here. And we're doing this according to the wishes of Young Living and the federal and the Food and Drug Administration, the feds, the government. We know what these little bottles of wellness can do. We've seen it firsthand. We just can't tell you exactly everything in a way that you might easily understand. You kind of have to read between the lines a little bit. Now, we've experienced these wellness things over and over and over and over and continue to experience on a daily basis. And we've seen several of our friends have these wonderful results. Our kids have their own testimonies. Our friends who use Young Living have some amazing wellness stories. But we have to make sure we word them properly and word them compliantly, because we don't want to see them get in trouble. We don't want to get in trouble. We don't want Young Living to get in trouble. So we make sure we say things compliantly. And when we bring someone in to our group and they decide, I want to make a wellness change, one of the first things we tell them is, okay, this is great. Now, if you're going to tell someone else, here's how to tell them. Don't say cure, treat, prevent any disease. Just say, I'll give them a list. Say this, not that. That'll help. That'll help. So there are so many Young Living stories out there that are fantastic and are compliant. We can say that. Has it changed our lives for the better? Most certainly. Most certainly. And we couldn't be happier. 5 years in, looking forward to the next 5. In fact, I'm looking forward to the next 15, 20, 25, however many years I got left. Everything's a bonus for me now because I should have been dead 5 years ago. So everything is a bonus now. And personally, I attribute that to the wellness properties and the support I get from Young Living products. I really do. The doctors didn't know what to do anymore. Apparently Young Living did. And they worded it correctly. So that's a little bit about why you may hear Young Living people say things a certain way that may not make sense. It may be a little odd to you to hear, well, this supports healthy skin. Yeah, but I grabbed the thing out of the oven without using a hot pad. Well, then maybe using something to support your healthy skin isn't the only issue. Maybe there's something up here you need, We have an oil called Genius that helps support brain cognition. Try that one. That might help too. And you may not need the other oils so much if you work on this first. But anyway, if you have any questions, we're here. That's why we're here. We're not here to make a sale. We're not here to increase our wallet. We're not here to boost numbers, to achieve rank. We're not here to do anything like that. Yeah, it's nice when it happens. But our primary goal, our primary mission is to help people who need it. To help people who are at the end of their rope like we were. Someone reached out to us when we didn't know what the next step was. We were trying to figure out, well, okay, where do we want my ashes scattered? Rocky Mountains, that would be nice. Mississippi River, you never know if they were there or not. Pacific Ocean. We were thinking things like that. Someone reached out. Someone went out of their comfort zone, and we finally responded and said, okay, we'll try these hippie oils. We are so thankful that Lori's cousin Vicky stuck with us until we said yes. If you are looking for more information on oils, yes, we are here for you. You can talk to the person who invited you to this session. If you are not a Young Living member, talk to them. They can help you. You can go retail. You can go wholesale. Love wholesale. Love wholesale. You get a huge discount, lots of bonus points with Essential Rewards, which is free, and you also get free stuff. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm not a salesman. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to help people, like someone reached out and helped me. So until next week, we'll have another class next week, next Monday. Have yourselves a wonderful week. Take care. God bless.